Hello, welcome, and good evening. It is evening, and as you can see, I'm very unconventional looking. I've got my hoodie on, I've got a little camera on a tripod, I've got my radio sticking up my nose because I'm waiting for people to turn up. I'm in North Wales this weekend, and tomorrow morning we are going up that hill right behind me, Moel Eilio. Okay, so we're getting up at sunrise. It's going to be pitch black, and we're going up there for sunrise in the dark. But I've just turned up at the car park where we're stopping tonight, and the light's pretty epic. Steve's already here, Mr. Staney, and he's with Nigel Freestone that you've met in the past. And yeah, they've run off to take some pictures. I thought, well, hang on a minute, I'll do the same. So I've literally just grabbed my camera, put my coat on, put my boots on, and I'm just going to walk around the corner because if there's a nice bit of colour on these clouds, I wouldn't mind a picture. So the plan tomorrow is walking up Moel Eilio. It's a beautiful shot looking through over Snowdon and down over llanberis, and there's snow on that mountain as well because I see it on the way in. So I'm just going to make the most of what I can in the morning. So if I don't see you again tonight, I'll see you in the dark. Talk about speed. I've literally just rushed down, plonked my camera down. There was a little bit of colour in the sky, but it's fading off now. But I think I managed to get something that's okay for a rush job. I've got a little bit of slate down here in front of me that's pointing that direction. And I've just done the same with Snowdon over that way. I've only got the wide angle lens on, so I couldn't do a lot really, but there's still colour in that sky, and I'm pretty hopeful that it might do a little bit of something else. So I might get up close to that building as long as Steve's not shooting it. If Steve's shooting it, then I'm going to have to change my mind. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And this is what we've got to put up with for tomorrow. This is the range that we've got to play with. Look at this. We've got Dinolwig Quarry over there, and you can see all the slate and everything. You've got the next mountain along, which is that one, and it goes round to the ridge there and goes up to Snowdon, up the top there. And we're going to be right up on the top of that one, looking back down over this way. So yeah, come with me in the morning, and I'll see you when it's dark and eerie and head torches everywhere. So see you in the morning, guys. Enjoy these couple of quick shots, and yeah, we're off to a roll this weekend. Stripping off. Hello, morning. Told you I was coming out in the dark, didn't I? We are probably 3/4 of the way up the hill at the moment, but this is where it starts to get extremely steep. Well, steep enough for a couple of old buggers anyway. Yeah, so Steve just had a mouthful of water. I wish I'd have brought water with me and not coffee, because I need some water now, but hey ho. I'm not going to say much more. I'll see you at the top. Woohoo! We are at the top of Moel Eilio, and we got the little can, well, not little can thing, but like a little respite area, which I remember last time I come up here had lots of wasps in it, and you got the little star next to it. But as you can see around me, we don't have that big epic view. As we've walked up into the cloud. So at the moment, after me promising you something pretty serious and epic, you're getting nothing. Nothing apart from minimal in-slip shots. But now's the time to put my coat on. We're at the top of the hill and I don't want to get cold, so I'm going to put my coat on. You can't see it in this light, but I'll show you later on. I've got a new jacket. It's a mid-layer jacket, and the idea is you start off cold, which I've mentioned in one of my other videos. You start off cold and then you warm up as you walk up the hill, and then when you get to where you're going, put your warm clothes on. So I've tried out this mid-layer and it's been pretty good. It's just enough. My arms are cold, but I know my body's warm inside. So I'm going to put my coat on now, maybe get a minimalistic shot, just a random something. I might even just take up my phone, and yeah, when and if it picks up and we get some light and some views and the camera comes out, I'll switch back on. Oh, I tell you what, it's gone really, really cold. We've just been hiding in the roundy thing at the top, whatever you call it. I've got the camera out there. We decided to pull the camera out and get a little picture of the cairn thing and the fence and the stile, and I'm going to get one of this side as well, because it's just sort of leading you down into a bit of mystery. That's all pretty much what we're doing at the moment, just to keep our mind active a little bit and try and do something that's sort of can just warm up, because it's got really, really cold. We've got the wide angle lens on, which is making it a little bit difficult to get the shot. So I'm just looking at something that just something different, something strange. We are at the top. We are, you know, making our way. In fact, this one's quite nice because the fence leads down into the mist, so I really like this. I'm going to level the camera off, even though it doesn't look level, but it's assure me it is level, because the spirit level is level in the camera. So I'm going to focus on the style on this one, and I'm going for the rule of thirds, and style on the third, leading you across, third line as well, no brackets, F11. I really like that, actually. I like that slight coldness feeling, and my fingers are absolutely freezing at the moment. So I'm going to go back into the cairn and just get some respite out of this cold breeze. I've got my hoodies. I've got 3 hoods on and a hat on. I've got my coat done up. The microphone's inside here, so hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I really, really like this. I wasn't expecting to like this shot as much as I do, and it's very, very nice. I really, really like that. I brought Steve over to the edge and down to where the wall and the little stile is, which is like the classic shot leading into Snowdon. And again, you've still got nothing to see for Snowdon. It's not there at all. But what we have done, we've come down, and there's just clearing below us. It's just because we're on the other side of the mist coming in from this side. So from this side on, it's just a little bit thinner leading down. And Steve's ever so surprised and shocked how steep this goes off down into the valley, down into Llanberis. It really is a steep one. There's a little tarn, little lake, Llyn, down at the bottom there. I'm not sure what that is. It'd be quite interesting to go and visit that one day and actually walk around that. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do when I get my signal. I'm going to try and find out what that actual lake is, and maybe have a little explore of that, because I'm not quite sure what it is. But it's got some fantastic rocks. Now, I have done a video here before, once upon a time, back when I was a beginner and a starter and a newbie, and I'll find the link and put it up for you. I crashed my drone into this little bank beside me just here, and I stood down on the rocks and got a selfie right on the edge of the rocks, which is a bit stupid, I suppose, looking at it today, but at the time it seemed fine. So I've taken a shot of this, as I did up there, just because this is the atmosphere I'm in, this is what I'm here, this is how I'm feeling it, and this is what I want a picture of. It's just thickening up again a little bit at the moment, but I've got very much a split image. It's just sort of rocks and bank on one side, all the jagged rocks, and then this little silvery silhouette of a Llyn little lake down in the bottom there. So we're going to do that, maybe look at the wall leading into infinity, if you like, into the mist, and then hopefully it's going to clear up a little bit, so it's going to be snack time and sit and wait. So I'm just sorting out another image. I've actually walked over onto the claggy bit, onto the rocks and the gnarly bit, and I'm just trying to frame up now. I've got the tarn, I keep calling it a tarn, God, what am I doing? The lake, or the Llyn, as I'm in Wales. I've got the Llyn in my top of the image into the mist, and it's just gone a bit thicker at the moment, but I'm going to take it anyway just for now. And I've got these rocks down here in the foreground in front of me, where I've come and standing on these rocks, and you can see that they're all sticking out in front of me, and they really are sticking up and sticking out. They look really awesome. look really, really good. So I'm just hoping that the light just catches that the llyn again just a little bit, because it's pretty awesome. I quite like that. What I might do is I might put my 10-second timer on, climb around the front of my camera and get a selfie while I'm on the rock. So you're going to come with me. Let me show you what we've got to do. We've got to press the button, climb around the front of the camera. Oh, that's easier said than done because I put it in the wrong position. We're going to forget that because it's taken me that long to get out. Let's try again. 10-second timer. Here we go. Press the button. Now I'm already on the right side of the camera. So we can come down here, stand by these rocks, hold my camera up like this, talk to you, wait for the bleeps. Shh. Can't hear it bleeping. Let's go and see if it's been done. Oh, you wouldn't want to slip on this bit though, because it goes straight down there, so we don't go slipping down there because it's really, really steep. We are still in the same place. At one point it started to clear a little bit, we're getting excited, and then suddenly it's all come in, and every so often the blueness, if you can imagine this as feeling quite a blue, the blueness is sort of disappearing. It's going orangey, sort of a warmer tone to the fog, which is obviously where the sun's getting through the clouds and illuminating everything we're in, but it's just not burning it off, it's not breaking it through. And what we're doing now is we're walking up and down, and Steve's just been doing some steps on the old step aerobic thing over there, and we're just trying to keep warm now, because standing in the same place for such a long time is obviously getting quite chilly. You know, the hands, even though we've got, you know, these Valerets are quite good, but they're still quite chilly when you sort of stood around doing nothing. I've got 3 hats on, keeping it all in. Steve's building a wall. He's actually building a wall now. You might take some time doing that, but he's getting bored. But yeah, we're just hanging around. We're going to hang around probably a little bit longer and see what else we can, you know, see if anything does happen. See, like now, can you see the, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this has just changed colour again. It's gone warm. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I don't know if it comes out on the camera, but it's now gone like a warmer tone. So the light's actually hitting this fog above us, but it's just not burning through. It's not warm enough to burn it through now. I'm not sure of the time. It's got to be about half 8 maybe. I've got a cracking shot set up. I've just got nothing to put in it. You know, the shot's here. I've got this lovely jaggedy, sticky out rocks, and you're looking down into this valley. You know, you're getting all of this going on, but just nothing seems to be. There's just nothing there. Steve said he's finished his masterpiece. Should we come and have a look? He says, what do you think of this? So we're going to come over and have a look. What have we got?
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Oh God, look at that. Can you see that in the rocks? Subscribe. Hey, the things you do when you get bored. Something's happening. I've just had the drone up in the air and I managed to get above the clouds before my drone decided to have a fit and try and land at 120 meters in the air. But we've got some amazing, beautiful light going on in front of us at the moment. All the rocks and the clag and the jaggedness in front of us that I'm looking down on is all still in the shadow and the mist, but there's a cast of beautiful yellow glow right across the valley, and you can see the little llyn, the little lake, just glowing in the background. Now I'm pretty wide angle because I'm trying to get this all in one shot. I can't be messing around, and as I'm talking the mist is just starting to roll back through again now, but there are some gaps up there. We are so in the wrong place because just behind us, the view, the sunlight, the mountains are absolutely epic. You're probably looking at some drone footage as I'm talking. It is stunning behind us. We're just in the wrong place. Now I'm not sure we can get round that way It might be worth just jumping over the stye and just see if we can walk around that way and see if we can find a gap in the cloud. But yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful light this is in front of me. My word, it's a long, long way down. Really is. We've got another one set up now because I've taken that shot down there and suddenly it's just cleared down that end. If I can just come down, look at that. You can see it's clearing up down there now. You can't quite see the lin. I'll tell you what, let's take this off and show you what I'm actually doing. There we go, you can see that now. You can just see the lin down there. Look how clear that is. It's actually opening up. We're going to get a view of Snowdon. I can see, I think that's another one on this side of us, over this side. It's just opening up in front of us. It's looking pretty cool. I'm going to take a shot because it might stand out in the camera. I don't know. I'm going to take the shot anyway. We're getting some patches now. This is what it's about. This is the sort of thing that you want. These little glimpses of light, these little glimpses of land, these little patches of something going on, because they're the ones that are epic. They're the ones that you have to make the effort, stand up here in the bleeding cold waiting for. That's what it's all about. So we're going to get a couple of shots now. I'm just going to hang around. If something else magical happens, I'll switch it back on. He wants to stay. He wants to stay a bit longer and see if this pea soup mush is going to clear. And the problem is we had a couple of glimpses now, haven't we? So Stevie wants to stay up here. He wants to stay up here. So what do we do? What do we do? Do we stay? Do we go? I don't know. We're obviously staying for a bit longer because I've showed Steve the pictures I took from last time where we were sat up on the stile here. You got the views, the epic mountains and everything. I showed him the photos and I wish I hadn't, because now he's seen the photos, he wants to see the view. I'll put them up for you. I'll put them up on the screen just to give you an idea of what it was we had last time. Yeah, it's gone pretty thick and chilly like again now, so I don't know. We'll hang around for a bit longer. We've got nowhere else to be. We've got nothing else to do apart from the fact that I've got sausages and eggs in the van and a hot cup of coffee and water. What do you mean stop it? I've got all that stuff in the van and we're standing up here in the cold, in the clag, in nothing. So yeah, we'll stick around a bit longer, see what happens, but it's not looking hopeful. Oh, we got some light, we've got some light, the light's coming out. We've just stepped over the fence, literally, the wall is right behind us. We've just stepped over the fence and everything is just starting to clear. There's almost a chance of seeing the top of Snowdon, but the light just down in front of me at the moment is absolutely bonkers. We've got this beautiful sunlight backlighting and striking across the side of the little ridge in front of us, which is making this image so three-dimensional. You've got the ridge line following its way around that's going all the way up to Snowdon, and then we've got this fence. Now, Steve said, oh, I like this fence, it leads you down, but he was too close. I think he was too close to the fence. And to me, it's just dragging you down the left-hand side of the image. But from where I was here, it's coming across the image and snaking you down into it. And I'm hoping now he's moved over, he agrees. Absolutely. Because it is something else. And I wonder why my tripod was shrinking all of a sudden. One of my legs was loose. Here we go. You might actually get a glimpse of Snowdon. It's coming in. So I'm going to stay this side of the fence because we're here and I daren't move now because this is short-lived glimpses, but I think the sun's suddenly starting to burn it all away. So I'm going to start rattling off a few images now and just try and catch that light in different places. It's now just striking the side of these sharper sort of ridge lines. It's just absolutely amazing. Please let us see the top of Snowdon just to see that ice cap. That'd be absolutely fantastic. The warm glow on the warm grass, the yellowy tinges, and then the cold, cool ice on the top of the Snowdon would be brilliant. We're just going to hang around here for 5 minutes. Oh, so pleased that we've actually got something. And the warmth is so welcome. So my Osmo's starting to die now, my battery's running low on this. I think I've got another power pack in my bag. If I have, I'll get it all charged up. But the light in front of us is phenomenal. This image is stunning, absolutely stunning. You've got this beautiful glow of warm, bright greens. And even the sheep are on the hill on the side, if you can see them, that, by zooming in. I'm at 24mm because I'm using my wide angle lens, which I've been on all morning. But you've got this diagonal through the image, and I'm looking over the fence now. It's just absolutely stunning. You've got these nice thick clouds, but they're nice clouds, if you know what I mean. I know it sounds silly, but there are nice clouds and horrible clouds. These are nice clouds. These have got texture. These have got bright bits, dark bits. They've got spiky bits sticking down where it's low cloud. It's still clad in the top of Snowdon. We can't see the snop of Snowdon. The snop of Snowdon? We can't see it anyway. But we're going to walk down to the other ridge. We're here. We've got excited, and we're now going to walk down to the other ridge. You can see Dinorwig Quarry over to my left, very, very vividly. It's just amazing. And this lake, the Llyn down in the bottom there, which is Dwinage, something like that. We're going to explore that another day. I think I found a way in, a pathway to get you down to it. In fact, I can see a pathway now that leads you around from the bottom right-hand side. I can see it leads round, so there is a path to it. We'll explore that another day. But we are going to move forward. Just to take this because the light's just changed. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased we managed to string it out, or Steve convinced me to hang on a minute, another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes, another 5 minutes, because I'd have probably given up and gone back and missed this. And this is what it's all about. This is what the wait, this is what the getting up at 4 o'clock this morning was about, coming out and doing this. It is all going on. It really is all going on. I've got shot after shot after shot. I've been shooting back towards Dinorwig Quarry. I've got the snow-capped mountains just appearing over this side. I've got to go back around this way. I've got snow-capped mountains appearing this side, and the layers in this image. Dinorwig is nice and dark, and then you'll see the layers in this shot when I put it up, that it goes back to the next layer, the diagonals and the different shades going up to the snow at the top with these dark clouds above it. This is really, really, really nice. And I think you're going to get the top of Snowdon in a minute. I really do. I might have to actually just put my camera onto video to show you what it is I'm actually looking at through the lens, because it's absolutely fantastic. If I can do this, let me put it over to video for you and see if I can actually get this to work. Okay, so the video's now running. You should be seeing exactly what I'm seeing through the lens. You've got this lovely diagonal line through it. You've got this little triangle in the middle that takes you up to the ridge line. You can then see the ridge line that's following you up into Dinorwig, up into Snowdon, and you've got them lovely clouds and beautiful clouds that I was on about. And there is snow on that. There's snow on that cap at the moment. Now I'm assuming I can take a picture while I'm videoing. It's just done something, so I think it's working. But yeah, there's snow cap up there. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, there's a shot there with that little snow cap in that gap in the cloud. So let's just take another shot. Hopefully it'll shoot while I'm videoing. Hopefully that's worked. But yeah, what an absolutely fantastic view. Amazing. And we've come from right up here. Now let me just spin you around so you can see. See this hill behind me? That's where we've walked down at the moment. That's where we've just come down from, and we've got to get back up there and back over the top when we go. So we've walked down the hill, all because, let's spin you around again, all because we want to walk up onto this ridge behind us and get up onto that top of that ridge, and we should have a really good view. And again, if I spin you around again, I go back round in a full circle, behind me, you can't see it because it's gone really bright, but behind me you've got the sea and Anglesey and all that. It's so beautiful. Steve was saying on his video a little while ago, this is one of the best views he's ever seen in his life since he started photography. This is the best view that he's ever had in his life. So I'm glad I brought him up here, because it's a stunner. It really is. But I forgot how good it was. And I think the light and the low clouds are making it. After standing around in all that cold this morning, this is bang on. We are now getting a glimpse of the Snowdon summit, and you can see the ridgeline leading up at the top, and the long lens is absolutely nailing it. You can see the trig point right on the top of Snowdon. Absolutely the most beautiful photograph I think I've ever seen of Snowdon. That is so cool. Little clouds around it, you've got the wispy low clouds, you've got bits going on everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I think I'm going to try and get a pano. I'm going to try and get a pano of it if I can. I'm going to flick the camera around. I've got to be in manual because last weekend I was not in manual and I absolutely messed up one of the best pictures I've taken for a long time. But I'm going to shoot this in manual. I'm going to start there and I'm just going to run across with it. 1 and the next one. 2. I'm hoping you can still see the summit when I get there. Yes. 3. Just see it in the top of the image. And then the next one. 4. You got the light on the snow. There's just enough snow up there to make it textured and contrasty. Then I come around a bit further and I've got the cloud. And then we go around a bit further still and we've got some light on the top of the ridge and the ridge line going up and the train tracks, and go around to the next one, which is more the pull-out side. Bang on, yes. Absolutely amazing. If that stitches together, that's going to look so nice. Oh, yeah. I'm just talking now, I'm just waffling on, I'm just really am waffling. All the time through these videos, I don't just literally point my camera. You might think that I'm just rushing around, sticking my camera and facing it in one direction and snapping off a few images. Very rarely I ever do that. I've got some sort of plan in the back of my head, whether it's diagonal lines going through, whether it's layers going back, whether I'm using the rule of thirds and putting thing on the thirds, whether it's the skyline, the ridge line. Everything seems to work around rules and stuff like that. And I can see the Snowdon again, so let's just go again. 1, we're going to start back the other direction this time. And we're bracketing to make sure we get it all in. 2, 3. Oh, look at that for a line. The reason I've got to do it twice is because the clouds are always moving. The next one, we can just see Snowdon summit just through the haze. Brilliant. The next one. God, I bet you could even see people up there if I zoomed in. And then the next one, we're leading out the image now. We go 1 more. And then again, 1 more. It's changing all the time, so you just have to do it. But thumbs up, 100%. Even though we've got a massive hill to get up now and a long walk back, and I'm starving hungry. I really do want my bacon and sausage and eggs and stuff that's in the van, but you can't beat this. This is fuel. This is going to have to be the last location. Just cleaning my lens, get the dust off the lens. I've now put the other lens on, the 18-55, which is kind of the kit lens. Still a great lens, still an amazing view. And what I've done now, I've come up to that ridge. We were right down there, weren't we, before? And I've come up to this ridge that I said I was going to come up to. Now we can't see the lake down in the bottom, but the view in front needs to be a bit wider than the big lens. And there's some people just walking along just now, and I can see 4 people walking down with a dog, and they're on the tiny little ridge. If you look down in the bottom part of the image, they're just on the bottom corner of the ridge, and they look pretty good for scale. They look pretty immense actually, but fantastic. What a view. And I'm gonna have to shoot that direction as well because of the mountains over there look insane. Well happy. So I'm going to take a couple more shots, put them up on the screen for you. I'm not going to talk you through them. Look for the diagonal lines, look for the way I've divided it up into thirds, and if you're brave enough, pick one of the images and tell me how you think I've put it together, and let me have a look and see if you can work out how my thought process works. And it's time for me to do another video on my thought process as well, I think. And the light has just appeared up on the top of Snowdon. Dark, thick clouds, sunlight lighting the ridge. You can't ask for more than this. This is it, apart from being a bit warmer. Okay, so with beautiful moody skies you get beautiful moody weather. And behind us, coming over the top of Moel Eilio, it's absolutely black and snowy. So I'm just trying to keep most of me clothes warm. I'm not too worried about my trousers, but the rest of it I need to keep dry. And I'm just gonna nip over and get a shot of the snow if I can. I'm even going to put my cover on my bag as well, because it's a bugger to dry out in the van. It's snowing. We are in the clag and the snow at the moment, which is not a problem, I don't mind. It makes for interesting shots. Hopefully you'll be able to see the snow in the images. It'd be quite nice if you can, but if not, no matter. But I'm going to take a few anyway just to make sure, just to see if I can. It's pretty awesome conditions, even like this. I've just taken a bit of a time lapse of it coming in as well, which is, it looks pretty good. But oh, this is making it for me, in all fairness, because I know it's going to clear up in a minute. So not only have I had all that epic light after a bit of a slow start this morning, we're now getting snow, just to give you some atmosphere and fulfill the complete 4-season range. It's just fantastic, it really is. We're not alone, there's some other people on the hill as well, which is good. But yeah, it's now clearing up. Just see it starting to clear up behind me. Amazing morning. Still taking photographs, still shooting. I've just shot myself a pano, because we've gone from a really nice warm, where the sun's come back in, we've got a warm side of the image. It goes through past Snowdon, and after Snowdon it goes really cold and miserable and dark and murky. So I'm hoping it stitched together okay. I'm hoping it goes together all right, because I may have mentioned earlier on, I made a bit of a mess of a pano last week, 63 image pano, and I've really messed it up, and I'll tell you that in another story. But yeah, this, if it works, it might be quite a nice interesting shot. Quite a wide, long, slim one, because I'm taking a lot in all the way around, you know, almost 180 degrees. I've just also shot about 8 images, maybe 9, as the storm came through and came past. I sort of took images as it went through, and I may pop them up on the screen for you, just to have a quick look to how the conditions changed as it went through. And there's just a little bit of light hitting it now, but I've already changed the composition on the camera. Quite possibly, looking behind us, we've got another bit more storm coming in. You can see this greyness over the top of my head, so we may be getting the coat back on again in a minute, but we just can't help but look and look and look. And me and Steve just had a conversation that we normally shoot wide rather than, you know, with zoom lenses, and that's because we like to see this, so we like to show you this. When you sort of zoom in, they might make like little arty-farty artistic little shots of mountains, but you're kind of missing the big picture then. So it's really hard. Both Steve and I, we don't use long lenses very often, and I think that's the whole thing. We literally both said it exactly at the same time, because we like to look at this, we like to photograph this, and it's a big epic scene at the moment, absolutely massive. But yeah, beautiful day, beautiful morning. Battery's dying again on the Osmo, so the next time I switch on will probably be the last time. So yeah, a couple more images for you. Have a look at this pano, and hopefully it worked. So I think we are going to be calling it quits. I've got a last couple of shots to take. They're going to be of the mountain range in front of me, because I put the long lens on and I haven't actually taken any of the ones I was going to take earlier on, so I just need to level it off, wait for the light to come across, and I'll take a couple of the mountain range in front. You can see the trig point as well, which is really cool and awesome. So sharp, this lens is amazing. Let me just take one like it is, like that, because there is a bit of light coming across, and I tend to time blend them anyway and blend the light back in. But Snowdon's done. I've taken so many shots of Snowdon. This is probably one of those videos that's extremely long, full of epic photographs, or at least okay photographs. I've really enjoyed the morning. Like I said before, I'm out with Stevie, brought him up. It's the first time he's ever been up here, and he's been dreaming for taking a shot like this for a long time, and he didn't realise how good the views were, and kind of I'd forgotten how good they were, even though, you know, I've been here a few times before, but never really sort of in these conditions, and these conditions are absolutely bonkers, really insane. They're really good. So yeah, I'm going to take the last couple of shots, probably put them up on the screen for you, and we're going to pack up and head back down. And we've got a long walk. We've walked over here, and we've got to walk all the way back over this brow of this hill, all the way back up onto the top of Moel Eilio, and then we've got to go all the way back down to the van. So we've got a good old fair trot to go. But when we get back, I've got food in the van. I can't wait for food and a decent cup of coffee. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Stevie's channel. It's Steve Staines Photography on YouTube, plus his Facebook page. Go on there, take the mick out of him like I do. He'll love it. Till next time, ciao for now, and please comment. Please let me know what you think of this insanely long, probably, video. I actually did a shorty a couple of weeks ago and asked if you wanted me to split this in half. Now, I don't actually know whether I've split this in half or not, but if I didn't, thanks for watching it all the way through. I know it's been long, I know it's been loads of images, but when I'm out like this, I just love taking photographs, and I don't mind how many I take as long as I keep taking and getting stuff I enjoy taking photographs of. What's the point in coming out and just taking one when there's all this going on? The light's changing all the time, the weather's changing all the time. I'm just having a whale of a time. Till next time, ciao for now. And the wind's picking up, as you see me, that's just blowing up. I'm off. See you soon. Bye bye.